Bobo is an experienced coach. They will look at their options and try to fortify the team, but especially in the defense and in the attacking area.
All right. A lot of messages on Twitter congratulating Enyimba. Opoluwa Semasa said, I almost beat my chest that Enyimba wouldn't concede 3 goals. My brother, they conceded 3. And they even lost the first 2 kicks during the shootout, but they were lucky that they eventually won it on penalties. Zobu Enyimba is trending on Twitter at the moment. And that's really very remarkable. All right, Onye, thank you so much for your time. Let me give you time to go and enjoy the victory, because you were with them in Uganda. Go and celebrate, go and enjoy. We'll go on a break. The first Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation, Seyi Akiwumi, I'm sure he's also celebrating, because Enyimba are the only Nigerian club left on the continent. I'm sure he's also happy that at least this team is not crashing out at this stage. We'll bring him on after the highlights from the Dodge DVCA for you. And once again, we cannot celebrate Enyimba's triumph enough. Once again, we have to announce to you that Enyimba have made it to the group phase of the CAF Champions League. Dramatic night of football ensues. 3-3 on aggregates after full time. Enyimba won it 4-3 on penalties. It was so dramatic. Enyimba lost their first 2 kicks, and they were still able to come back into the game and win it 4-3 on penalties. Congratulations, Enyimba, 2-time African champions. Let's hope that they can do it again this year. But I'm being joined now by the first Vice President of the Nigerian Football Federation, who also is the Chairman of the Lagos State Football Association, Barrister Seyi Akiwumi, and he joins us on Sports Tonight. This is the first time we're having you on Sports Tonight. You've been on Sports this morning and all the other shows, but this is the first time on Sports Tonight. Well,
it's my pleasure. It's a good day. Enyimba won, so it's a good day to come.
Dramatic day for you to be on the show.
Yes.
Congratulations. I mean, how are you taking it?
I'm still shaking with excitement, but it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
At least an opportunity for a Nigerian club to go as far as they can on the continent. But I mean, Enyimba are the only Nigerian club right now left on the continent. What is going to be the attitude of the Nigerian Football Federation to Enyimba now that we know that they are carrying the flag of Nigeria into Africa?
See, even before now, I mean, for this match, it wasn't only Enyimba that went there. Nigeria Football Federation was there with them before and during. We have people even with them at 12 now. And that's the same way it will happen till they win the cup.
Okay, that's it. But we'll talk more about Enyimba as we go along on the show, because we'll be making attempts to get across to Tunde Koiki, who is in Sus. Once we are able to reach him, and we can ascertain that he's safe, because the Tunisians are running AY at the moment. Once we can get across to him, we'll try to take him on live on the show. But let's come quickly to grassroots. The Nigerian Football Federation under 13 championship going on. The Lagos State Football Association also doing a lot for women's football and grassroots football. And of course, Channel's National Kids Cup is also going on, the Lagos preliminaries, and you are involved in all of this.
Yes. And anybody knows me knows that one of my greatest passions are football, and in particular youth football. At the national level, for the first time ever, we have a youth football development policy, and that's with having a long-term view, and that's the view that our board has of how to develop football, how to create a football culture in Nigeria. And we thought, let's start from the youth. Therefore, we have in every state playing a double-header tournament, under 13 and under 15. And that's what we've done in every state. And it zeroes into the zones, and then the zones come to the final next month, probably in Lagos, because it's a Zenith Bank sponsored tournament. So we're doing that at national level, and it's a precursor to many youth tournaments that will come up in the next few months.
We're also involved with the Channel Kids Cup. That's you talking to some of the kids at the Channel's National Kids Cup. The good news for us here at Channels TV is that the Nigerian Football Federation, under Amaju Pinnick, yourself and Shehu Diko, have recognized what Channels is doing. And this tournament is now protected by the Nigerian Football Federation under your leadership.
Yes, I'm also the chairman of the youth committee of the NFF. What happened that, Lagos State FA had been involved, as you know, over the past few years with the Challenge Kids Cup in Lagos, and we've been hosting and partnering them. Luckily, the board decided that this was a competition that was being run properly, and had exposure, and we could support. Therefore, we said, look, let's protect this. This would be a flagship for us, and that's what the protection means. Technical support, we've given them whatever it is that is required. We give, but the main thing here is that when all these kids finish, the best players will then be taken on the tour to go and play football abroad, sponsored by the NFF. It's an issue of exposure for them, because people wonder why you take them abroad. We'll take them to a youth competition and a youth academy so they can see what it's like. And it's very pleasing to see the talent today. You saw me there talking to the winners and losers of one match, because I thought the losers were looking too morose. And I thought I'd bring them together, and and they were quite happy with it.
But a lot has been done. I mean, we see a lot of what you do with young kids. And I'm also happy that the Lagos State Football Association particularly, and maybe by extension the Nigerian Football Federation, are also looking at something for the girls. On Saturday, the Lagos State Football Association brought some young girls together. What exactly is the plan to make sure that the women's game is developing side by side the boys' game?
Yes, the truth is this. You don't find as many young girls playing football as you have men. You have boys. So what we then decided at the beginning of the year, the LSFA, is that we were going to make a conscious effort on the women's game this year. And we intend to have at least 5 women's tournaments in Lagos this year. I'm very happy to tell the world that the NFF has put plans in place to ensure that there's a systemic growth from the Falconets to the Falcons, and to ensure that female football is played as widely as possible in Nigeria. And it's beginning to work. It's not just Lagos that is doing this thing. It's beginning to work. You can see the Falconets the way they're playing, and some of them are growing into the next stage of national teams. For us in Lagos, we want to dominate the Falcons in a few years. So we want to create fantastic footballers at that level. So we're quite happy. The Abaju-led board is trying to look into the future, and that's why we ask Nigerians, just be patient. Don't judge a race at 40 meters. It's a 100-meter race, and we will please you. It's a pledge we made, and there's some falters along the way, but we're focused on what we're doing.
I mean, how do we get a balance? Because a lot of people believe that you only judge a board or an administration by how well the Super Eagles are performing. But then we also know that the indices of football development, club football, your attention to grassroots, and the structures that you put in place. So how are you guys going to work on getting that balance, making sure that we are able to get some results at the top level while putting those structures in place for grassroots football, both for the men and for the women to thrive?
I think the answer to that is we want to win. We want to win every game, not just we want to win not just every tournament, but every game. And therefore, we put all we can into that. But we must not take our eyes off the ball.